Hi there, welcome back to What the Flick. I am Christy, that is Alonso, that is Matt. It is a week, therefore there are new DVD releases and there are things that you can stream from the comfort of your own couch if you are feeling so lazy. So we're all gonna pick something to recommend to you. Matt will go first.
I'll go first, yes. My pick is 12 Strong. This was based off the book by Doug Stanton, Horse Soldiers, sorry. It's about U.S. Special Forces immediately after 9/11 in Afghanistan, taking a particularly tough pass through the mountains. I found this movie to be pretty impressive. It does a good job of giving you a sense of why it's so tough from a military standpoint to hang on to the terrain of Afghanistan. They kind of end with these soldiers played by Chris Hemsworth and Michael Shannon and Michael Pena and Trevante Rhodes. Rob Riggle is in this as well. He's not one of the soldiers out in the field. He's one of the officers that kind of is responsible for them. I thought this was pretty solid. Good acting by Hemsworth as this, soldier just trying to do his best. And this movie could have been really jingoistic. It's not so much. It's kind of just is this solid workmanlike. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just it doesn't up the drama so much as you kind of do get invested in these characters, and I thought it was impressive. And I think it's relatively balanced and worth watching.
Yeah, I recall thinking solid's a good word for it. Solid technically, maybe doesn't move with as much oomph as you might expect a story like this to, but we've never heard this story. They're on horseback. So it was a solid movie. Always good to see a Hemsworth.
It can't fail. No,
yeah.
I did not see this one, but I need to catch up with it.
Wow. Something escapes you ever?
You know what? There's a lot. The hamster wheel never stops,
right.
as you well know.
Only so many hours in the day.
Exactly.
So what did you see?
So this is a film that we actually screened at Outfest last year that I liked a lot, and it's now available on home video. It's a film called In Between. It's about 3 Palestinian women who share an apartment in Tel Aviv, but it's not like How to Marry a Millionaire. They're very different. One is Christian, 2 are Muslim, but of the Muslims, one is very sort of secular and liberal and free-spirited. The other one is far more traditional, but becomes close friends with the other 2 women. And they're all sort of dealing with a woman's role in Middle Eastern culture and with their families and with what the expectations are. Obviously, the more traditional Muslim is engaged to be married, and he's kind of horrified that she's living this sort of relatively freewheeling life in Tel Aviv. And so he's like, no, we got to get married now so you can, be my wife and do all the things you're supposed to do. And it's a movie that sort of questions the paradigm of modern women's roles in a society that is often very traditional. But the 3 actresses are really strong, and it's a first film from a filmmaker named Maysaloon Hamoud. It's funny and it's provocative and it never feels sort of, didactic or messagey. It's just an entertaining kind of character study about women in a, place that is different from where we live.
It seems unusual to have this kind of story at Outfest, correct?
Well, there is a lesbian thing that happens.
Spoilers, it played at Outfest.
Exactly, that in itself should tell you something.
It's a lot of American films quite frequently at Outfest, I know, right?
Well, we do international, it's there's a whole international section, in fact.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's good. So we can find that where?
It is now on DVD and Blu-ray.
Okay.
Or just DVD, sorry.
My pick,
from Film Movement.
Yes. My pick is coming out this Friday. It is streaming starting this Friday. It's also playing theatrically in a few places. It's this incredibly strange little movie called The Cleanse. When I sent out an email to my co-host here about what all is coming out this week, Alonso's like, The Cleanse? That's a real movie? Yes. Yes, it is, and it's incredibly strange. I'm gonna try and tell you about it without actually giving away the ultimate thing that makes it strange, although that's kind of hinted at in the trailer if you see the trailer. This is written and directed by Bobby Miller. It stars Johnny Galecki. He is this guy who is kind of down and out in every way in his life. He loses his job and his fiance leaves him and he's just depressed and he's lonely and he's miserable. And one day when he's wallowing on the couch in self-pity in his crappy little apartment, he sees an ad on TV for some retreat where you can go and you can restore yourself and rejuvenate your life and change all the things that are wrong and make them right. And so he goes to a seminar and they choose him and a handful of other people for this very elite retreat out in the middle of nowhere in the woods, where Angelica Houston arrives with great fanfare. And you know, like my little mason jars of water I usually drink out of? Each person gets his or her own tailor-made system of cleansed drinks. And they're supposed to drink them all in a day. Anna Friel is also in this, Kyle Gallner. They all drink their drinks, and strange things start happening.
Never drink anything Angelica Houston hands you. I think that's a good rule for life.
In a
This
jar.
started to sound like Nexium.
Right, you missed when we talked about Nexium,
Is this a movie?
the sex cult.
The sex cult. The
Oh,
Canadian sex
Nexium,
cult.
yes.
Canadian
Oh, man.
sex cult.
Yes.
And XVIM. No, IVM.
Yes.
It looks like
Right.
Roman numerals. Anyway, so
I liked when the judge told her that she couldn't hang out with her sex cult friends. I thought sex cult friends should be like a Saturday morning cartoon with like a line of Hasbro toys that goes with it.
and a cereal. They get their own cereal. So so weird things start happening, and I was really impressed with this movie with the way that it navigates a bunch of different kinds of genres in a tricky way, because it is like a low-key comedy for a while, but then it becomes like a sci-fi film and like a legit horror film, and a lot of times you don't know whether to laugh at what is happening or be terrified or both simultaneously. Johnny Galecki from Big Bang Theory, not a show that I watch. Everybody else, Roseanne, yeah, not a show that I watch ever. Oliver Platt is in it as the guru of
Another warning sign.
people who are not trustworthy, and they're working together. And it's short. So Ben, you'll like it. Ben, if you're watching this, you can watch this movie because it's only like, let's see, 82 minutes long? 81.
Lean and mean, I like it.
Even better. So go see that. I recommend that very highly. Is there anything, other TV stuff or anything you want to recommend to folks?
So much.
I know.
I've got one. There's a new Netflix streaming show, and they're 15 minutes, so you can binge them really fast. It's actually a licensed Sanrio show, but it's hilarious and messed up. It's called Agretsuko, and it's about a sweet office worker who is like just constantly bombarded with sort of the daily abuse of the grind of her office job, and
She left for Bats Maru.
She might as well. So she lets it all out by doing death metal karaoke.
Whoa.
It's a lot of fun.
It sounds like Oh Lucy.
Kind of.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah. But it's it just, she goes, it's like this sweet little red panda character, but then when she does the death metal, like her face gets all rah. It's really good.
One thing maybe we can circle back to at some point in our lives and all of our copious free time is that Billy Zabka and Ralph Macchio have revisited Karate Kid.
Oh, right, yes.
Can we watch that at some point and talk about that?
You
Where is
have to
that airing?
subscribe to like YouTube Red, I think, for that.
Isn't that porn?
No.
No.
What's the porn one that sounds like that? There's
X-Tube.
or RedTube.
Both.
Both, all of the above. Anyway, I'm going to read
That's
you
what Ben told
the
me.
description.
Yeah, I heard
I've
about it
never seen
somewhere.
it. Set 30 years after the events of the 1984 All-Valley Karate Tournament, the series focuses on Johnny Lawrence reopening the Cobra Kai dojo, which causes his rivalry with Daniel LaRusso to be reignited. I gotta see this. This is my youth. This is important to me. This is formative for me in my life.
This is your 46 Candles.
It is. I wanted to be Elizabeth Shue. She had amazing hair.